Cities have been developing for the last decades, and people were happy with this great development. Business, companies, and economical salaries have increased.
But unfortunately, this great development had many side effects. For example, many forests have been destroyed. They started to cut trees, overhunting animals, and polluting air without any sense of responsibility.
For example, in Erbil Kurdistan region, some of the Kurdistan region's vast quantities of natural gas that are burned off at oil wells, causing waste and pollution, will be used to generate 1,000 megawatts of electricity under a $1.5 billion.
Overdevelopment has reached almost all the continent to illustrate America, Asia, Europe, and Australia. In addition, in the Middle East, there are some countries that have this problem. Everybody wants to develop, but nobody cares about the nature.
People in the past had a really simple life. Despite they had no iPhones or advanced technology, their life was simpler. Not so far until they developed, and they did not recognize that this growth will affect the environment. For example, many animals died, many are in danger, and some have already extinct. We should control it. Not only does development threaten plant and animal species, but it has detrimental effect on our ozone layer, speeding up what's known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere surrounding our planet interrupt some heat radiation, longer wavelength, but allow some shorter wavelengths to pass through.
Excessive consumption causes negative environmental impacts in both overdevelopment and underdevelopment regions. Findings indicate that there are significant differences across countries of the world in consumption quality of life of its citizens. Using the Human Development Index, which is composed of longevity, knowledge, and standard of living, data reveal that lives worsen from west to east, with the worst condition in South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. For example, this graph shows a financial development which affects accumulation. X-axis shows the financial development and the Y-axis shows the affection growth rate.
Overdevelopment has a tremendous negative impact upon the environment, destroying countless ecosystems and species every year. The expansion of urban sprawl and deforestation of trees for commercial uses, cattle ranches, and farmland results in immense negative effects on the environment.
Additionally, as determined by ADI composite developed specifically for this investigation, demonstrate that wealthier nations create environmental degradation that is consistent with their higher consumption pattern rather than their absolute numbers. For example, the golden toad, which was extinct in 1989 because of overdevelopment.
Significant economic growth after the Civil War and an increasingly intensive use of urban land encouraged the development of taller buildings, beginning in the 1870s. For example, according to Wikipedia, a new class of taller buildings, the first of which in Chicago. Technological improvements enabled the construction of fireproofed iron-framed structures with deep foundations, equipped with new inventions such as elevator and electrical lighting.
Buildings are everywhere. There are no places found to breathe clean oxygen and no places found for animals to live peacefully. And even humans are not having a healthy life, so the whole world is endangered. We always ask ourselves, what have we done or what a remiss is that?
There are some solutions that can help us to decrease the pollution in our environment. First, building a rooftop garden. Second, education. Third, planting the trees around the city, because if there are no trees, there won't be enough oxygen, neither rain. Also, the temperature will increase significantly, and the whole ecosystem will be affected. Because overdevelopment causes environmental damage, and by environmental damage, we mean animals' lives and nature generally, and this leads to affect the whole ecosystem.